Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lady Knight Saga. After exploring the mines of Jinkid and doing a jailbreak in Yukana, we are finally in the village of Senon, where the game basically told us to come to. Here's your standard healer here. Standard prices. Same as pretty much any other town. Yeah, last time we helped Hilda break Najiko out of jail. There were apparently a pair of assassins? And Stella remarked at the end of the jailbreak that, well, Hilda is one thing, but she can't picture Najiko being in that line of work, and if you think about it, isn't that kind of the point? That on the one hand, you have Hilda here, has kind of a professional, business-like look, might let your guard down because she seems, respectable. And on the other hand, Najiko looks like this harmless, helpless little waif that, oh wait, she stabbed you in the gut. Anyway, I hear saying this is the village run by... So this is an interesting thing. This is bloodsucking. Hime is like a noble or a princess. This, I think, is something like it's some kind of lesser nobility title, I believe. So this comes out to something like the Bloodsucking Baroness or Countess or something like that. So, yeah. I don't remember the town itself, but I do remember there being a vampire, so yeah, that's this. We have a merchant-type person wondering why there's just a bunch of toys here. And yeah, the weapon shop girl is saying, welcome, this is a weapon shop. Probably. And yeah, everything here is a toy weapon. This is the first shop that actually sells toys, so if you picked the class for Stella that uses toys, this is your first chance to buy new weapons. And as you can see, they're not terribly impressive attack-wise. You got a squirt gun that's 2 attack. It does holy damage, for that's that worth. We've got a slingshot. It says it's good against flying enemies, but 3 attack. A good night. This is something like a harp, so some kind of musical instruments. 1 attack, 1 defense, causes sleep. Got a pea shooter, that's 4 attack. That's the strongest one we've seen yet. Some kind of a floating fan. 2 attack, 3 speed. And it's like an explosion bag. 6 attack and inflict stun, so stat-wise, this is the strongest thing here. If you compare that to basically any other weapon we have, it's junk. But that's the way toy weapons go. And that's one of the reasons they tell you that class is basically putting yourself in very hard mode. The other one being that class for Stella doesn't get any skills except the healing ones. So, yeah. I think that's something like a feudal ward. Their opinion... We're not allowed to sell any dangerous weapons in this village. So, yeah. There's a girl with her hands together saying, rest in peace. I've got a little graveyard here. Doesn't seem to be anything going on with that. They're pretty nice houses, actually. As usual, we can't just open things in people's houses. You need morbid depravity before Stella will stoop to that. And as usual, we'll sometimes see things in the dressers that we won't be able to take until 70 depravity, which again, one of the things with this playthrough is I'm trying to stay at 0, so we will never be getting this, it's like a saint woman, it's a kind of hair decoration thing. Yeah, this doesn't have a direct English equivalent, but hairpin is pretty close. But yeah, you can't just go taking things. Yeah, the game kind of teases you with those. It says, there's this thing here, we'll even tell you what it's called, but not give you any idea what it does, and certainly not let you take it. Now, she's saying something about a girl who is... I'm not sure of that exact word, but... based on context, I'd guess something along the lines of the unfortunate or depressed, or... take a second to look that up. So it's got the moan radical, this... okay, pity or compassion. The second kanji is anxiety or mercy by itself. Anyway. But she feels sorry for that poor girl and hopes she gets better soon. Presumably that's the one who is in mourning. Okay, so talking about the girl in the gray. Have you seen the girl in the graves in the side of the village? Just a few days ago, she lost her father, and they were really close, so yeah. We had the same sleepy music as in the northern village. We got some soot for the fireplace. Manzukage, so he seems satisfied. Okay, being able to live a decent life out in these areas is thanks to the, again, that's something along the lines of feudal ward. Yo's territory. Yeah, there's your feudal ward. So he at least is grateful. Tama Hineru? That's literally middle-aged woman who's twisting her head, but Hineru could also mean puzzle over, so... yeah, she's wondering what to have for dinner. Okay, upstairs we have a bunch of bookcases and books. Another dresser with something we can't open. This is a silver round shield. But again, can't take that. Can't take this, the metal chest for 50. Can't even examine the book on the floor. Yeah, kind of a sleepy little town, just 2 houses, a shop, a graveyard, and the healing place. And this. If we come back into the forest, there's this big reddish manor out in the woods. A bunch of maids. Yeah, gotta do more cleaning. Kind of interesting music here. We got a hungry maid, despite having just eaten. Did we make dinner too early? More soot. Okay. Yeah, already done. Already ready. Little mouse hole. Okay, this room looks a little messier. Got another broken bottle. Yeah, there's paper on the wall that's changed color. We normally say yellowed with age. Okay, this book has a lot of words you don't really understand. These have written on this something like formulas or equations. Now, as usual, we can't just open the chest. We got a witch here. And what do you want? Basically, what do you want? I like quiet places. So we've got a scarlet kind of manor with a vampire, a bunch of maids, a witch. Is this a Toho reference? Okay, we got a little library. And there's a library in the manor. That's not that unusual, you'd think, but still. Scarlet, vampire, library, witch. Anyway. apparently you're welcome to peruse the library. Maids are cleaning. This one, kind of a space case and drop something. Doesn't seem that we can actually read any of the books, though. Which is kind of a shame. Why are books so... Is that dust? Yeah, why are the books so dusty? Why do books get so dusty so easily? On the other side of the hall... Toboketa. I think that's like to pretend like you don't... Yeah, play dumb. It's the middle of the day. Are you guests? Yeah, this looks like kind of a display room. There's something about suspicious... Yeah, suspicious behavior. Now, if you make suspicious behavior, it's Kakuho. Guarantee, maintain, sure. Not quite sure what she's getting at, but I think it's along the lines of don't do anything suspicious. Yeah, if you need something, ask us anytime. Okay, and this is apparently the an office and bedroom kind of thing. There's a bear. There's a nice fancy bed, fancy dress, fancy curtains. More distinctive maid with her actual picture. This is Linda. She says, "Welcome." And that's about it. Uninvited guests, I believe. Yeah. Maneku is to invite Manekarezaru. It's kind of archaic sounding, but it's not invited. And then you have her. Clearly not human. She got the horns. She got like a darkness as a cloak around her. She's asking what we want. About humans just coming into the mansion. Did you know that this was the... Yeah, I'm going to go with Bloodsucking Baroness's manner. That sounds good. Bloodsucking Baroness? Bloodsucking Baroness? Baroness? Then you're the person who administers this region. That's right, I'm Raji. Yeah, I think I looked that up before it came out to something French, I think, for Asia. The Aji. Anyway. Yeah, people call me a vampire. Royals, people of the capital call me the Bloodsucking Baroness. There's rumors about the revival of the evil dragon, but the Senon region that I manage has nothing to do with that. And besides, the holy dragon, evil dragon, all that. Not quite sure what some of the details of this, but the gist of it is she's a high-ranking demon. It's got nothing to do with her. So if you understand, would you mind leaving? I don't think there's any information here that I could give to a Knight of the Holy Dragon. She's still saying nothing different. Do you have anything else to say? Yes, she does. We even have highlighted text here. At the Orc Graveyard, or Oak Graveyard, whichever it is, there's been a strong accumulation of negative, like, ill will, basically. Onen, I think? Shinen. It's related to Onen. Negative thoughts have been accumulating. Strong negative thoughts accumulating in this graveyard. And Stella just repeats back the name of the place. Okay, it's a small graveyard near the mining town of Jinkid. Have too much of this negativity accumulates, it could call up something unpleasant. But she doesn't think it's enough for her to bother with personally. But if you have the free time, why don't you go check it out? I could give you some thanks for doing so. And that opens up a path to the oak graveyard from the Jinkid region. And yeah, she doesn't really say anything new, just summarizes all that stuff. And yeah, Maid still has nothing to say. Okay, we've returned to the Jinkid region, and indeed there is this new option here to go to the cemetery. That's a cemetery, alright. It's kind of barren, we've got gravestones, we've got vaguely creepy music. Oh, the Lunar Key is shining. And of course, the portal is directly in our way, so it's another monster princess we will be forced to fight. There's a shiny right nearby. Okay, this is the anti-instant death accessory, so that kind of feels like a warning. Let's put these on as many people as I can. If it does prove to be important, I can always go buy more. Yeah, also I changed up the party a bit. I figure since I got this nice new shiny powerful axe, let's bring Horn. She's the only one who can use it at the moment. 21 attack. That's... For this point, that is a ton of attack. Alright, let's give Hilda a stronger bow. Okay, let's see what we have here. Again, this warps you to this strange, ethereal place. Ada? How unusual guess for me. The second crystal is popping over here. One-san? What world are you from? Demon world, the heavens, or the depths? It doesn't matter. Will you be my friend? You will, won't you? Laughter, let's play. Oh good, we've got a psychotic girl. Well, she looks kind of psychotic anyway. The hectic music in. It's called Girl A. Wonder if A is for Alice, because she does kind of look like Alice in Wonderland. We got more laughing. How long can you stay standing? Alright, let's try our strongest normal attack to begin with. I doubt I can paralyze her, but let's give it a try. No, we'll try Snipe, that's her strongest attack. This is attack down, defense down, and paralyze, so we'll try that. Horn's strongest attack is that one. And... yeah, agility down might be helpful, depending on how... yeah. She's quick. And she is frozen Horn already. Yeah, attack down, defense down, but not paralyzed. Alright, do I have something that could cure freezing? I think I should. Just need to find it. Not the hot herb, that's the thing that causes arousal. I'm not sure I do. And a warming potion, there it is. Okay, that's pretty good damage. Don't need the warming potion because she used the freezing spell on Horn again, and taking damage unfreezes you. Let's throw up a heal. Yeah. Would you die for me? Okay, no one died, so that's good. Also, that was a good time to heal. Good damage from Horn there, 200 something. No, 240 was Horn. Is it 200 for Stella? Yeah, let's just keep in her heal. Word of Death, Najika died. Yeah, we're getting instant death attacks here. Hopefully I can take her down before running out of supplies. Would you die for me? Oh, there goes Manami. Okay, we win. It would have gone better if I had the instant death protection for everyone, but good enough. Phew, that was fun. You're strong. What's your name? Oh, Stella. Let's play again. Bye-bye. And we get in What If Notebook number 3. Yeah, if you lose to her, there's a scene. If you beat her, you get the thing that lets you unlock the scene in the memory room. Yeah, let's go heal. Okay, and next time, I'll first check if there's any equipment here I want. I don't think so. I don't have the money for it anyway. Yeah, next time let's go back to exploring the cemetery. Until then, this has been Arafel playing Lady Knight Saga. Hope you enjoyed.